All right, how do we want to start with this, Johhny?
I think we should just start again. Hey guys, welcome back.
Okay, intro.
Welcome back to Guys Who Think They Can Fight, episode 2.
You heard him. If you're new to the channel, go check out our first video from last week where we were in Vegas for the Manny, Pacquiao, and Ugas fight. We did a pre-fight analysis. Let us know if you like it. You can check out our predictions and see what we thought was going to happen, who we thought was going to win in what round. So go check that out. This is the post-fight analysis video.
Yes, sir.
So we saw the fight. We saw who won. We watched a little bit of the undercard. And now you're going to get our reaction. And that's it.
Yeah.
I guess to start off... Well, before we actually talk Pacquiao and Ugas...
This is the magic hand right here.
Cut. Start over. But yeah. Do you just want to talk about the main fight already, or do you want to talk about the undercard a little bit?
I say we hit a little bit on the Magsayo fight. If I'm pronouncing his last name right, I think it's Magsayo.
How do you spell it?
I think it's Magsayo.
Magsayo.
Is it Magsayo or Magsayo?
I'm about to find out. Magsayo versus what was his name?
I think his name was Julio Ceja. That was the guy that he fought.
So is this this is the protege. Manny Pacquiao's protege. This was, my opinion, the fight of the night.
I think so too. I agree.
Fight of the night. This was the one I was the most hype. This one I think everybody was excited, and the fight was actually pretty even for the most part.
Dramatic end, top it off.
Dramatic end.
Yep.
If you haven't seen it, we might throw in a quick little highlight of the knockout.
Little energy surge.
Yeah, he got a little second win, Pacquiao did. I think by boxing the past few rounds, not taking a lot of...
Boy got caught pretty clean twice. And
that was it.
But
before the knockout, it was a good fight. I think, if I remember correctly, Mark drops Julio in the first. Good left hook. And then everybody... I mean, I was thinking that he was going to get him out in the first round. Maybe second round, but then...
Yeah, because he was looking a little
He got a little wobbly. Yeah, and then after that, Julio just started, step on the gas and started just taking Mark to town.
Yeah.
Worked the body really good. Started slowing him down.
I remember in the middle of the fight, Johhny turned to me and said Magsayo was looking a little shaky because... He was ducking too much, but he was getting hits to the body.
Yeah, he was taking a lot of body shots, and he was not liking it at all. You can see it.
He was overcompensating and overhunching every time Serge was going to the ribs.
Yeah, Julio had really good body work. He kept working the body really good, which then caused Mark to drop his hands to protect the body, which then was leaving his chin exposed. Yeah, and then he ended up getting caught with the left hook to the chin. That's what dropped him.
It was clean. It was super clean. When they showed it on the Jumbotron, I was hyped.
Yeah, me too. It was tight.
Oh, no.
Because, just overall, it was a great experience being there at the fights live.
Yeah.
Which made it that much more exciting.
That's true.
You get the energy from the crowd, and you just get to see how everything is going and just feeling the atmosphere. It's really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think when the fight was playing out, Mark was getting worked. He was trying to stand there and fight with them, and you could see that he was getting tired. Well, I don't know if he was getting tired, but you could tell that the body shots were taking effect.
Yeah, he was a little more lethargic than he was at the beginning.
Yeah, and then finally he ended up getting a second win. I think it was a 10th round. Can you check?
I was just gonna say I think it was 10th round as well because I remember distinctly paying attention at that moment.
Yeah, I think it was a 10th round when he ended up knocking him out, and caught him with the nice. Got him with a nice one too. I don't think the jab connected, but he did connect it with that straight right, and that's what put Ceja out.
Yeah, let's double check. We're pretty sure it was the 10th.
I think so too.
I'm gonna check right now. It was in. Yep, knockout round 10.
Yep.
Ooh, I didn't even know his nickname was Magnifico.
Mark Magnifico Magsayo.
Tight.
That's tight.
It's a cool nickname.
So yeah. So that was the first thing we wanted to point out. The hypest moment of the night, the thing that got us really excited, was Mark Magnifico's knockout against Julio Ceja. Up until then, the fights were pretty average. I thought they were good, not great. I was excited to be there because it was my first pro fight ever attending, and the energy was really cool.
Yeah.
So that's what I liked about it.
Yeah,
And you're in Vegas.
Yeah, that was another thing too.
dope.
We were in Vegas for the weekend. Went to go watch the fight live, and
Yeah.
like I said, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we saw a lot of people, met some cool people.
But like I always said, the undercard was good. Good,
Yeah.
they're good fun fights. Obviously, I think the fight of the night was Mark's fight,
Yeah.
and then obviously what we were waiting for was the main event, Pacquiao versus Ugas.
Well, before we do that, we go from this, the most like surprising, hypest fight of the night, to the most disappointing fight of the night.
I mean, I don't know if
was it Ortiz
versus Guerrero?
That was kind of sad. I thought a little.
I
bit.
mean, you got two guys who I guess trying to make a comeback, because at one point they were both at the top of the world, the boxing world. They were both involved in really great fights before. Victor Ortiz at one point was he was dominant. He was known for being a good knockout puncher. Had some really good fights. Started going downhill a little bit.
Yeah.
But then came back and made a good comeback. Robert Guerrero, you can never really count him out. He was always in the mix. He was always thrown at the top dogs, and he fought everybody. He never shied away from anybody.
Do they have like any iconic fights?
Yeah.
Did they fight anybody like on Mayweather's level?
They both fought Mayweather.
What?
Yeah.
I did not know that. See, I'm a super casual fan. I didn't know these two dudes. Johhny said it was going to be a good fight. It was a little subpar in my opinion. There was a lot of boos for a little while too.
Again, man, like I said, you got two guys who at one point they were at the top of the world, and now they're just trying to make a comeback. And I don't know. I mean, from what I look at it, I think it might be that time for them just to kind of both hang it up and try something new or do something different in their life.
Are they that old, or that past their prime in their careers?
I mean, they both been in some battles. That's the thing, though. You know what I mean?
Oh, their bodies tired.
Yeah, I mean, how long can a body take that type of work and punishment?
That's true.
So,
yeah, this was the most disappointing fight of the night. As a casual fan, I wasn't too excited throughout the fight. There was a lot of like hugging and like elbow rubbing, shoulder rubbing. I didn't know exactly what the strategy is when that happens, but it's kind of boring to be honest.
I mean, what I think happened was Victor Ortiz fought Robert's fight, and Robert's fight is he likes to be up and close. He likes to be in the pocket, just up close type, like basically fighting in the phone booth, and that's exactly what Victor Ortiz did with Robert Guerrero.
Yeah.
They both caught each other with some good shots, but I think Guerrero got the better of the exchanges. He fought his fight. He fought his fight. He good punch output. Obviously landed more shots, and he was just a busier man. I think Ortiz just. I don't think he had the answers to. I guess to be able to beat Guerrero. He could have. He should have boxed him more. He should have stayed outside. Should have jabbed him. Used his jab a lot more.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of boxing. It was
Exactly.
like you said, the inside. When Ortiz couldn't keep up, it was kind of Guerrero's fight the whole time. And it shows in the scorecard. 96-94, 96-94, 96-94, Guerrero.
Yeah. He basically unanimous decision.
Unanimous.
And then
Yeah, only the most disappointing fight of the night because there were no true highlights, I thought. And as a casual fan, I was a little bored in the stands. And the people around me were booing a little bit. We were just trying to get it over with so we can go to the main event, which was Pacquiao and Ugas.
which, for me, I was really excited. I'm a huge Pacquiao fan. Been a Pacquiao fan since I was a kid. And just to get to see him fight live to me was a big check mark off my bucket list.
Yep.
And it was almost a little surreal just because, think about it, like we were there watching him, and like every time they would put up Pacquiao on the Jumbotron, people were going mad crazy.
Bro, he had so much love in the
I didn't hear not one boo for him. I heard boos, but it was for Ugas.
Yeah, when everybody was quiet, you could hear like some people chanting Ugas, but everybody was there for Pacquiao. They had a lot of love, a lot of support. Anytime he came on for any reason, everybody was cheering like crazy.
Yeah.
And that was really, really fun. That was cool. But yeah, what happened? Yeah, everybody was hype anytime Pacquiao came up on the screen. Overall, what'd you think of the fight? Just overall.
Man.
But besides W's and L's, wins and losses, just as a fight.
To me, okay, as a fight fan, and just from what I know, I mean, Ugas fought a smart fight.
Yes.
He kept Pacquiao at a distance. He jabbed him to a point where Pacquiao kind of didn't really know how to get in.
Yeah.
And every time Pacquiao would come in, Ugas would counter him.
It's true.
I don't know. Like I don't know if you saw, but like I mean, whenever we do workouts in the garage or whenever we do work out, we do the mitts. Have you ever noticed that whenever I'll do the mitts for you guys,
Yeah.
and I do that little combo where I'll jab and I'll have you guys parry over the top and jab at the top.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly what Ugas was doing.
Yeah, he was taking those little parries.
Every time. It was doing that every single time, and it worked.
Yeah.
It worked for him. And another thing, too, whenever a southpaw and an orthodox fighter fight, if you guys ever get a chance, pay close attention to their lead foot. The southpaw wants to get his right foot outside of the orthodox fighter's left foot. It's almost like, I guess, from what I think, it's just more of like, as a southpaw fighter, one of your best weapons is gonna be the straight left, and when you have that right foot outside and you throw that straight left, that left straight is always gonna land.
So are you like coming over his shoulder basically?
I mean, I don't know if it.
Maybe sometimes, but like.
I mean, it's a little hard to show, explain and show because we're sitting down.
Yeah, we might do.
We'll do a breakdown for sure on that later. But yeah, basically, it was a battle of the feet, and Ugas won that. That and another thing too, Ugas had that looping right that Pacquiao had no answer for.
He was just taking them too. For like the first couple hits that Ugas threw with that power right, I was like, Pacquiao's just eating them. He's just eating them. He doesn't care. But like towards the end of the fight, I was like, hey,
he buckled on one.
Yeah, he was buckling a little bit, and like you could tell he was trying to catch like his feet under him and like trying to get settled again. But at first, Pacquiao, it looked like he was just eating him. Just boom, he doesn't care. Boom, he doesn't care. But towards the later rounds, Pacquiao was definitely feeling those power right hooks.
And I don't know if you saw like the punch scorecard. I think Pacquiao. I might have to look it up, but I think Pacquiao threw 400 more punches than Ugas. But what won the fight for Ugas was his accuracy. He landed better punches.
Yeah, I remember at the end I saw Pacquiao's percentage land was like in the teens.
No, it was 28%.
Pacquiao was at 28?
Yeah, he was at 28%.
Maybe just for a round he was at the teens. And Ugas was at what? Like
I think
plus 30?
Yeah, I think at the end of after 12 rounds, I think he was like at 47. Might be wrong, but we'll look it up though.
Landing half is... Yeah, we'll look it up. We'll double check and then we'll drop the actual stats right here, right now.
Yeah.
But why do you think Pacquiao ultimately lost? Because he was...
He got outboxed.
Outboxed? Was it being stubborn? Did he just want to like...
Did
he want to win his way, you think? Maybe a little bit?
I don't know if he was being stubborn. I just think, Ugas being the taller, longer fighter, he used his height and his reach
to his
advantage. Yeah, he used it. He whenever Pacquiao would try to come in, he would clinch him. I mean that would stop Pacquiao on his track. And then on top of that too, whenever Pacquiao would try to come in, he was throwing punches. Basically Pacquiao was running into those punches.
Yeah, I thought Pacquiao looked good in the first half. Up to around 5, 6, maybe somewhere around there. I was like, Pacquiao's got this. Like, he's kind of chilling. He's kind of chilling right now.
When he would land his combinations, he looked great.
Yeah, he looked like Pacquiao.
He looked like Pacquiao. But again, I mean, he's 42 already.
Yeah. What do you think about his excuse? Have you heard?
What was he saying about? I didn't hear that.
He says supposedly not excuse, but the reason why Pacquiao thinks he lost, and this is just something I read really quick, like headlines, is because his legs were cramping up. That he couldn't move. He said he was staying in the pocket and like kind of taking hits because when he wanted to move, he would cramp up and he couldn't move. So he had to just kind of take some hits, a couple extra hits maybe that he didn't want to. But supposedly leg cramps is why Pacquiao lost.
I don't know if I wouldn't. I don't know if I can blame something on a cramp.
Yeah.
But
blame a loss on a cramp.
Yeah. He has complained before. I think it might have been the Adrian Broner fight. I think he was complaining about leg cramps too. But I don't. At the end of the day, in boxing, you win, you lose. You win some, you lose some. I've been saying this for a while. I don't think Pacquiao has anything else to prove. He's gonna go down as one of the greatest, a legend for sure, a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I think now he's fighting to. He says he's fighting for his legacy and to still prove that he's the best, but he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to prove all that.
Yeah, I think that was like a consensus thought amongst all the fans. I heard a lot of people and a lot of like people in the comments and people in the crowd saying like, you know what, he's still like the GOAT to me. Like he's still Pacquiao.
Oh yeah, he's going down as one of the great. I don't think there's ever going to be another fighter that's going to do what he did.
Yeah.
Which is, again, he's an 8 division world champ. I think that's really hard to do.
Yeah. That's crazy. So, took the loss. He has whatever his complaints about how he fought and how he fought. Do you think this is it? Pacquiao going to retire? Is he going to throw in the towel? Everybody's telling him to throw in the towel. Does that make him not want to throw in the towel? Or do you think he's going to come to his senses and be like, you know what, you guys are right. I'm going to retire?
I mean, again, like...
Or do you think he wants to go out like on the high note, on like top of the mountain, like get a good dub in, get a good win in?
If I was a professional fighter and I had, I don't know, half or all the accomplishments that he's had, it'd be hard to go out with the loss. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, why? I mean, I wouldn't want to.
I think I wouldn't want to go out.
I wouldn't want to go out the loss.
If I was Pacquiao, I'd take another fight until I won.
But the thing is, too, like he's not taking an easy fight though.
Yeah.
So that makes the risk of losing higher, let alone the risk of being hurt higher.
Well, does losing the Ugas make him re-strategize? Like, so he was gonna fight Errol Spence, who everybody's saying is 5 times better than Ugas. 10 times better than Ugas. Whoever, a lot better than Ugas.
I don't know, but after watching this fight and see some of his highlights...
Yeah, so is Pacquiao going to rethink who his next opponent is, or he's just going to go for the top dogs?
Well, I was watching today, and I heard today that, so Ugas is willing to give Pacquiao a rematch.
Obviously, yeah.
And Pacquiao...
said no?
Well, knowing Pacquiao, he's going to take it.
Yeah. That'll be a good rematch. And so if he wins, he retires, or he wins and moves on to a bigger, badder dude? I think, this is what I think. Hypotheticals, yeah.
I think if Pacquiao does decide to take the rematch and he does win, I'm thinking there's going to be a trilogy fight.
Yeah, they have to, you can't not do a trilogy ever. If it's 1-1, got to toss it up to the third one.
And if let's say they do the rematch and Pacquiao does win and he doesn't give Ugas a trilogy, it's
gonna be like a...
I mean, it's hard because I know Pacquiao... I mean, at least I think Pacquiao would fight Spence, right? Yeah. That's what I think. He would want to fight Spence. But I think it'd be unfair to Ugas because Ugas is willing to give him the rematch right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think the right thing to do would be give Ugas the trilogy fight.
That's true. I wouldn't want to... I think it would make it look like Pacquiao's kind of ducking too. Just a little bit. Even though if he moves on from Ugas...
I mean, he did say that Ugas is... probably one of the easiest fights he's ever had.
Yeah, that was probably...
I mean, he did lose, but he did have his moments.
So you think if Pacquiao's confidence in his... If he has confidence in his conditioning with his legs against Ugas, he just destroys him?
No, I don't think he destroys him.
Not anymore, now that Ugas has the confidence to...
I mean, then he's already fought him once. He already knows what to expect. He knows how to handle him. He knows his speed. He knows his power now.
Yeah.
Old Pacquiao, maybe. I mean, I think he gives more problems because he was a lot faster, and I hit a lot harder.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, Pacquiao, like I said, Pacquiao is 42, so I don't know if Pacquiao... I don't know if Pacquiao can produce that power, that knockout power that he had before, that stopping power that he had before.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
He might believe he can, but he might not have it. For reals.
And again, I don't think Pacquiao has anything to prove anymore. I mean, if I was him, again, it sucks going out with the loss, but at the end of the day, I mean, you didn't get knocked out. The fight didn't get stopped. You weren't hurt in the fight, you know what I mean? Like, you're not walking out with really bad injuries, so at the end of the day, man, I guess you just gotta know when it's time to hang it up. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of fighters have a hard time hanging it up. Think about it, I mean.
That's true.
He's been doing this for 20 plus years.
It's his passion, man. That's what he loves to do.
I know.
That's crazy.
It's hard. I guess it'd be really hard to give up something that you love doing, let alone something that's given so much to you, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Young Pacquiao. So hopefully they run it back. Hopefully Pacquiao wins. But I would say if he doesn't get this done in the next 2 years, he's never going to.
No, he is saying if he does return, he'll return in January.
Okay, that's what I like to hear. You gotta.
But if he doesn't,
father time is right around the corner, literally.
Yeah, but if he
you're
doesn't,
at the door knocking up.
If he does hang it up, if he does decide to hang it up and be done with the sport, I just want to say, Pacquiao, thank you for all the amazing fights, man. I appreciate it. I've seen so many of your highlights. I rewatch your fights on a daily basis. I got to the point where as a kid I was trying to imitate your fighting style, which by the way is hard because I was never that fast. But again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate all your fights, man, and I appreciate you as a person and what you've done for the sport.
Die-hard Pacquiao fan, Pac. He loves you, dog. Come back one more time. Smash on Ugas for Johhny. Do it. But yeah, overall, the event was really cool. It was really fun. I enjoyed myself. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give the overall night an 8.
An 8?
An 8. It was my first fight. I was pretty hyped. It was really different being there live than it is like watching it at home from your TV. It was really cool to have like the crowd around you and like getting into it, and it's just a different energy seeing a fight live than it is on the TV. TV is still pretty fun, but being in the stadium was really cool. It was my first time. Super casual fan. So being there for the first time, it was really cool. That's it. 8 out of 10 for me.
For me, it was a 10.
10 out of 10?
10 out of 10.
Yeah, I didn't want to shoot like for 10 out of 10 because it's my first fight. I don't want to set the bar too high. Again, the dude I was rooting for lost. Right? I can't say 10 out of 10, but that's your idol, so I get it.
Yeah, for me it was 10 out of 10. Again, just because I went to go see him fight live for the first time, and I'm hoping it's not the last, but I understand if it is.
Yeah, got to see the man of your dreams.
Basically,
throw down.
No homo.
Throw down. This man of his dreams. So yeah, 8 out of 10 for me. Wish Pacquiao would have won. It's my first time going, so I don't want to set the bar too high. We saw his man's live. 10 out of 10 for Johhny. Let us know what you think in the comments. If you watched the fight, how you think Pacquiao did. What do you think Pacquiao could do better? Did Pacquiao really lose the fight? Did Ugas really win the fight? You let us know. Like, subscribe. Watch the first video so you can see our predictions beforehand. And we'll see you guys later. Peace.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.
Yup.